welcome. Delighted to have you all. We are here with yet another episode of Voices and Vibes. But before I dive into Voices and Vibes, just like to give you an overview of The Need Indeed. The Need Indeed is a local nonprofit 501c3 organization with the mission to serve the community in the areas of mental well-being. We have several projects. You're free to check us out on our Facebook or on our Insta, on our website. We have women's support group. We work with senior citizens that are in memory care. We also working with patients that have cancer survivors. So there's a variety of projects. And today we are gathered here for yet another episode of Voices and Vibes. This is our initiative to bring to you stories of local heroes, if I can say so, that are motivational and inspiring from their life lessons and challenges. So welcome me, welcome the guest in the studio here. So we have Asavari. Asavari, welcome. Nice to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How was your drive?
It was great. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of traffic, but I was able to make it.
Good, good. That's what she was off camera. She mentioned that she started early, but it took a little longer time. Mm-hmm. Glad you are here.
Thank you.
So I'll do a little introduction, Asavari, and then hand it over to you. Asavari and I kind of go back maybe at least 10 years, if not more. Mm-hmm. We've known each other just through the community, community events. And I always had a interest and kind of fascination for what you practice, which is Ayurveda medicine. So I always gravitated towards that and to you, and your own personality is so pleasing and welcoming that we kind of hit it off. And I think I can share that for my own personal needs, I go to Asavari and take her consultation. So with that personal introduction, I'd like you to do a little bit more formal introduction, please.
Thank you so much, Sushmi. So I'm Ayurvedic doctor, and I am also Ayurvedic educator and a teacher. And I have 2 different businesses, so it's been a beautiful journey.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. For our conversation, for our listeners and viewers, I would like to, if it's okay with you, begin the conversation from wherever you'd like, but perhaps from, at least from the point, your childhood, where you thought that this is what I want to study, or this is what I want to become. So take us, and also I take it that you are not born here, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. You're born in India?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go take our listener and viewer to India, to the time where you are exploring and figuring out how to proceed in this path of Ayurveda.
Yeah. Thank you. So I'm from India, from Pune. Mm-hmm. So I grew up actually in a city, which is known for education.
Okay.
So they have really beautiful universities and nice colleges there. Mm-hmm. And I grew up in the household where everybody used to use like a lot of herbs and spices and everything that is good, that comes from the nature for healing. So that's how it really intrigued me, and I was inspired to see like how these things help, and probably it will be nice for me to learn more about it. So it was all about observing my parents and the community and friends and everybody around me.
Yeah. Can you share a few incident or experiences that were, you mentioned that it was around you in the household. So can you share, is it something that is from the, like at the time of illness, or kitchen in the time of cooking? Could you elaborate your experience, what it was in the household?
Yes, absolutely. So, like how I grew up, I always saw like my mom making everything from scratch. So there was no processed food as such. Honestly, like I didn't even eat like cheese and bread until I was in college and I started going out. So mostly like it used to be, like rice and dal and different vegetables and getting some food and different spices that we used to grow up. So it was in our backyard. So like the curry leaves and yeah, so those kind of things. There was a beautiful tree of amla, like Indian gooseberry,
Okay.
guava, like lots of fruits, and that's how like lots of veggies and spices and those fruits. That's how I grew up with. So it was nice, to see how these things can be very fulfilling and satisfying. Like when you eat everything that is made, of course, by my
Yeah.
mom with lot of love and care,
Yeah.
and also having lots of nutrients into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that time, did you know that this is Ayurveda? Because I think this is a good segue for our listener to start off. What is Ayurveda? Should we start there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So please define, and you don't have, as best.
Absolutely. No, that's a really good question because at that time I really did not know this is a part of Ayurveda.
Okay.
This was almost like a part of culture. This was a part of the lifestyle, a part of the upbringing. And as I started growing, you know, I saw like my dad. So like he started having some health issues, and he was having some. He used to do like a lot of yoga and other stuff, but there was also like he's engineer, so he used to teach, and there was a lot of other stress also. So he started having some heart issue, and that's how like we started digging deeper, and he started using Ayurveda, and I really got intrigued by Ayurveda because the Western medicine did not really help much. And there were so many side effects and other it was not really helping much. So that was something I felt like really very connected to, and I decided to really pursue it. There is, I can definitely say that there is a huge part of my schooling also, because I grew up actually and I learned at Jnana Prabodhini,
Okay.
which is a beautiful school. And we learned about like yoga, meditation. We used to have one class every day only for meditation from middle school. Like
Wow.
that
That's
was
privilege.
absolutely amazing. Yeah. And that's how like I started, really learning about all those skills and
Yeah.
started getting more and more deeper, like really interested
Interested.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Still going back to what you said, so you shared your father's illness and the way he chose to take care of it. Can you elaborate? Was it through herbs or spices or ointment? Like when somebody says, I'm going to treat myself through Ayurveda, what does it mean?
Yes, absolutely. So Ayurveda is a beautiful holistic system.
Okay.
It's a science of health,
Okay.
and it is very, very comprehensive. So there are so many different facets of it. Certainly, there is diet. So diet is actually the number one pillar
Okay.
if you want to stay healthy. The lifestyle, so there are some modifications, some changes. You need to reduce the stressors and have some certain type of lifestyle from morning to night. So we call it as like dinacharya or daily routine.
Okay.
So those things, if you can follow, it really helps a lot. He really changed everything from scratch. So all, from morning to night, like what time to wake up, what time to go to bed, what kind of food should be there, what time to eat, lunch, also yoga. So yoga, meditation, all of that, adding some spices. So certainly all these things along with the herbs, because herbal supplements are extremely important, and also some panchakarma treatments like massages and rudbasti. There are so many different things Ayurveda offers. So that's how you need to, it is a holistic way. It's not like only one thing is completely change full dynamics.
Thank you for sharing. There's quite a few details there, so I'll try to unpack it a little bit. So Ayurveda is a science of basically taking care of your life.
Absolutely.
And it can be done, like you said, through one of the pillars is diet, eating, and I have more follow-up questions there. And also you said through lifestyle. And then you said that herbs and spices can be supplemented on top of diet and lifestyle. Also, you said, you mentioned names of some therapies, I think, Panchakarma and few others. So we'll unpack that as well. So basically, this is a science of health, crudely speaking, right? And here, the main way to take care is not just popping a pill, although herbal supplement is like popping a pill, but more emphasis is given on proactively taking care of what your health need is. Is that accurate to say?
Absolutely. Very, very true.
Okay.
So really, if you look at the word Ayurveda itself, so it is a Sanskrit word. So it can be split into two words like Ayu and Veda. So Ayu means life and Veda means pure knowledge.
Okay.
So this is like pure knowledge about how you can live your life the best, the fullest, and that's how the main goal is to prevent. So try to prevent before the things arise.
Yeah.
So all these tools and techniques, they really help us for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And going back to your father's, because it was such a personal story for you, may I ask that he was well? Did he get well after practicing the changes he made? Did that make an impact to his health?
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Like last more than 25 years, even more than that, So he has been using Ayurveda in his every single day.
Wow.
And it has been very, very beneficial for him.
And his heart concern is no longer there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and of course in 25 years he has aged.
That's right.
He hasn't gotten younger.
Right. Yeah, in spite of that. So, definitely it improves the quality of life.
Yeah.
So day-to-day functions, and heart is such a vital organ. So it can actually affect the other parts of the body too if you don't get proper blood supply.
Right.
So it's not just the pain in the heart or the chest pain, but there are so many other things which can get impacted or affected if it is not working well. So he's doing absolutely wonderful job.
Wonderful to hear. So going back, the father's health situation arose. He chose to deal with it in his own way. And Ayurveda was part of your household, although at that time, maybe necessarily you were not calling it Ayurveda. I don't know. And coming from India, can you share or paint for our viewers a little bit about how Ayurveda is in India? Every household is exposed to Ayurveda, or 1 or 2 out of 10, or what's the level of awareness of Ayurveda in India? Is it much more than here or similar?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it's definitely a lot more than what it is here. And I'm talking about almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So at that time, Ayurveda was not as recognized and not as popular as a part of a medicine, but it was definitely very, very popular as a part of the lifestyle.
Okay.
So it was in the culture, it was everybody was using it in different ways, right? You cook food, homemade food, you are adding some spices into it, and that's how you are looking at for, using it for healing.
Yeah.
You get, say, cough and cold.
Yeah.
There is, some cold days, and you start getting that cold, and immediately you go get some ginger, make some ginger juice, add some honey, and you take it.
Yeah.
So it's just, you don't have to really even think about it. It's just in you.
Yeah.
That's how I saw people around me.
Yeah.
You get acidity.
Yeah.
You start feeling a little bit heartburn, not feeling good. and you just go and grab some maybe mint tea or maybe rose, rose petal preserve. We call it as gulkanda. So that is, that is just engraved into you.
Yeah.
And that's how, people use it. And so it was back then. But if you ask me about the awareness and the acceptance of Ayurveda as a medicine, now it's hugely changed.
Okay.
It's absolutely amazing. Currently, it is Ayush Ministry.
Okay.
So Ayush stands for A for Ayurveda,
okay.
Y for Yoga,
Okay.
U for Unani,
Okay.
S for Siddha,
Okay.
and H for Homeopathy.
Okay.
So that is the Ayush Ministry currently, who is actually supporting all these alternative medicine practices.
I see.
And that's how it has grown tremendously.
Wow.
It's almost everywhere now.
Wow.
So it's definitely coming into the mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
And what I see, like a huge transformation, that there are a group of people who are really looking at Ayurveda as a mainstream, like just going to Ayurveda on its own first. And if they need, they look at some other systems.
So, Ayurveda was happening around you. It was happening in your family. Your father, of course, at that time you didn't think is a case study, but it turns out is a case study.
That's right.
All of that set the stage for you to pursue your further studies after high school into this field?
Absolutely.
Because you mentioned the name of that college, right? In Pune. Prabodhini.
Yeah, right. So Jnana Prabodhini, I started learning actually from elementary school.
Okay.
Then the middle school, I decided to learn about Sanskrit.
Okay.
Because Sanskrit is a language of, it is a mother language of so many other, and everything sprouts from it. So I started learning about that, and it helped me a lot actually, because all the Ayurvedic books, they are in Sanskrit.
I see.
So later on, actually, that was a huge benefit for me.
Yeah.
But it is a spiritual language.
Yeah.
It's a language of yoga as well.
Yeah.
So after my high school, as I was growing up into this culture and really interested into learning more, I decided to choose this pathway because at that time we used to have like PCMB, so physics, chemistry, math and biology, as important subjects.
Which we call kind of STEM here.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. So there were two career paths for me.
Yeah.
Either I can become engineer or I can become a doctor.
Okay.
So both were open, as per the grades.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I was really passionate about helping and healing, and I decided to choose, getting into the Ayurveda field than going into the engineering field.
Okay.
Yeah, because everybody actually in my family was engineer.
Yeah,
honestly.
because you mentioned your father was engineer.
Yeah, exactly. But somehow, this was something that really intrigued me.
Kind of your calling.
There you go.
So how long a study is this? How many years did you have to study to be a Ayurvedic doctor?
Yeah, so after the 12th, it is 5.5 years.
Okay.
It is called as BAMS, Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medicine and Surgery.
Okay.
So it's like 4.5 years of actual learning, education. And then there are 2 internships. So one internship is for 6 months, which is a rural internship.
Okay.
So you go into the rural area and then you work into the PSC, Primary Healthcare Center, which is, in the rural area. And there is 6 months, which is in the urban area. So you get to know so many different, patients and cases and different health issues, what they go with. So there is also like a hospital component to it when it is in the urban area. So you see so many patients there. And then after that, I was really, really interested actually into the gut health. And I feel like, Ayurveda really is related to understanding, the cause of all the problems, the root cause that really is in the gut. So that is the central aspect. We call it as Agni or your digestive fire. Now definitely there is a lot of research, right? Like there is a gut brain connection,
Correct.
and that access, and there is a lot of study available. But at that time, when I saw this is one of the very very important aspects, I decided to do my master's in Kaya Chikitsa, which is all about the gut health. Like,
how many years was that?
That was for 3 years.
Okay, on top of the 5.5.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And honestly, that was a journey.
Yeah.
Now, as I look back, because at the time, like I was married and I had a baby.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah, so it was a big challenge. Now I'm laughing because it was
It's
all like past, but it was a huge, challenge at the minute.
Yeah.
Because the day when I got my admission
Yeah.
into the masters, I delivered child that day.
Oh my
So
God.
I was not able to go for my admission.
Oh my God.
So my husband had to go. Actually, he is a big supporter.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have not been able to do that. And he was, at that admission, and he made sure that
Your
I.
spot
So
is
there
there.
was, my spot is there. There was an affidavit that was created. I had to sign that, and there was so many
Yeah.
other things, like you have to take care of.
Yeah.
And those 3 years were like a lot of learning, but also like taking care of the baby, and
Yeah.
all my family members actually really helped me a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I didn't know that piece. All right. So now you've done the master's, you've put in 8.5 years, and you're passionate about making a difference. This is something that you always wanted to do. You've become a doctor in Ayurveda, and you're practicing. Then you started practicing.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So I started practicing actually right after my master's,
Okay.
and that was in Pune. And along with that, I started teaching also.
Oh, okay.
Like my dad was like a professor, and that's how like, and my mom also, she used to teach. So there was science, math, and English always at my home, and that's how like I was really passionate about teaching.
Also.
Yeah, teaching also.
Yeah.
Very true. So I started teaching at like Wagholi, and it's a beautiful place. There is also like a Sanskriti, so it's all about the culture,
Okay.
and using like yoga and also research. So they have a cancer research institute. So I started, doing work at the institute. I was having my practice, and I was also teaching like full time into their like third year students,
Okay.
which is the final year students. So that is how like I was fully engrossed and really really happy with my life.
Yeah.
Like, there was definitely challenges, but there was fulfillment too.
Yeah. So maybe this is a good spot. I don't know if this is the good spot or not, but listening to the story, every story has a twist. Given that you're sitting in Minnesota right now, I have to say that what was the twist that brought you from that life to here?
Oh my gosh, that was a huge change.
Yeah.
So like my husband, he works for one of the Indian companies,
Yeah.
and he had a beautiful opportunity
Okay.
to come here in the United States, and it was actually 6 months project.
Okay.
So that's how like he decided to come, and he was like, you should also explore, and you should also come with me. You can stay for 6 months and you can go back. Like we all will be going back. That's how actually
It started.
It started, yes. And I even did not give any resignation, because like that was such a wonderful like exposure, lot
Yeah.
of work as a as a professor, at that college as well as in the research institute. So I just gave like a letter that I'll be gone for 6 months. I'm taking this sabbatical, and then I'll be back, and everybody like give me send off.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm coming back. And 6 months just passed like that very quickly. When I came here, honestly, like immediately within a week, I really started finding out like what are the different options, and if there is anything for me as a career.
Career, okay.
Right, yeah. And It was actually very, very disappointing, very discouraging at that time, because I'm talking about like around 22 years. Like I came here in 2003.
Okay.
And I was in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
So the Midwest. And there was nobody who knew what is Ayurveda.
Okay.
Forget about saying, like knowing, but they were not able to say the word Ayurveda.
Yeah. So there in India, you were top of the class, you were practicing, you had patients, you had students, and here you come and nobody knows, which I can relate to because we have also been living here for 22 years. So that's true.
Right. Yeah. So it was, like very challenging for me that, what to do next, right? So I was like, okay, the 6 months will go and then I will go back. So that's fine. I will just take care of my, daughter and I will explore a few things here and then it will be time for me to go back. And then, his project, it extended, which was good and it was tough also.
Yeah, tough because, for you and good for him.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So as a family, like I have to think through and make some, choices that what is next for me, right? So at the time, I was also on a different visa status, like it was H4. So I was not able to do any, anything immediately as well. So I thought like, okay, this is a good time for me to explore and maybe, start finding out if there is any option related to yoga or Ayurveda. And luckily I found there was a temple of Ayurveda in St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, wow.
Which I came to know, after a lot of research. And it was actually owned by one of the African Americans. And she used to do some meditation and, some yoga classes and those sort of things. And a little bit of like spice education.
Okay.
And when I met her, she was so welcoming, really beautiful lady. She was like, are you interested into coming? Yeah, I mean, we would love you to be, here. And you can just start with the community talk. So we have these talks every weekend. So, you just can come and join us. And that's how my, my exploration started. And I started coming in and then I started talking to people and, talking about Ayurveda. And after a few months, I started talking about the spices and yoga and meditation. That's how the entire journey started. Then I decided to develop, few webinars and workshops and started getting into more into the, awareness, building awareness about Ayurveda in the community. Then we came to Minnesota. So in 2005, we came here. By then, like I got, my work permit.
Okay.
So I was like, yes, now is the time where I can really bring in Ayurveda with full force, and I started teaching at Minneapolis Yoga Center.
Okay.
I started teaching at Green Lotus Yoga Studio, which is also here in Minneapolis. And honestly, every single thing I taught after coming to the US was developed. So I had to really develop all the courses. So there is a huge difference, like back then.
I was going to ask because you were a teacher there.
Exactly. Like it was, everything is already there, right? There is a curriculum, there is a syllabus, there are notes. What is your really, duty is to explain everything properly, authentically, and whatever experiences you have, you are sharing them with your students. So, versus after coming here, you have to really let everybody know what is Ayurveda.
Yeah, you have to start from ground up.
Absolutely.
So kind of like there when you were in India, you didn't have to start from scratch. People had the awareness around you, like you observed your parents and you kind of had that exposure. But here, actually now, speaking of that, back in 2013 or something, I remember you were giving those talks even to the people of Indian origin. So it's not like people here that are of Indian origin, they knew as much either. I remember you were doing webinars and talks for them also.
Yes, absolutely. Very, very true. You
Yeah.
are so true. Like it feels for many people that they are from India and that's how they know a lot. But Ayurveda is such a deep science,
Yeah.
and not many people really don't know anything about Ayurveda here,
Yeah.
which are even from Indian origin or
Right.
yeah.
Right. Okay, so you started building those courses because now you have to start from scratch, and you have to kind of cater it to the audience here, at their. And so then, besides those places, did you start teaching also? Did your teaching expand to other institutions as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So, uh, so there is a DNP course, Doctor of Nursing Practitioner,
Okay.
at the Minnesota Institute of, at the University of Minnesota.
Okay.
So back then, like around like 13, 14 years ago, so they started developing that course at the Center for Spirituality.
Okay.
And they were really, intrigued by uh, having Ayurveda as a part of their faculty.
So Center of Spirituality and Healing, something like that, at University of Minnesota, and they decided to have Ayurveda
As a separate course.
Okay, wow. Wow.
Absolutely.
We
That
need
was
to pause at that
I-
because from when you arrived in 2003 to not knowing, and here you are at the University of Minnesota. Wow.
Absolutely. That was a beautiful, calling and uh, really, bringing Ayurveda in the mainstream
Yeah.
because this course has been taken by so many nurses, healthcare practitioners
Okay.
uh, who want to use Ayurveda in whatever they are offering, already, the massage therapist. So being a part of this University of Minnesota, the entire community, it has been a great experience and great learning for me.
Which year was that?
I think it was 2011.
Okay, so almost basically a decade after you came, you were able to arrive at that milestone, if I may say, and not so easy to achieve, but you talk so casually. I'm sure there must have been a lot of challenges along the way and, some grueling days that with the kids and people not understanding the vocabulary. And we didn't even touch upon the fact that you, of course, had the culture shock that anybody who comes or changes a country has. So you were having that in the background, plus trying to, overcome the learnings in your field.
Absolutely. Very, very true. Yeah. So huge cultural shock because honestly, like I was so much rooted into, more into the Sanskrit and yoga and
Yeah.
spirituality. And here, everything is so different,
Yeah.
like when you come to this country.
Right.
And also, Ayurveda is, written as I was talking about, like being in Sanskrit.
Yeah.
My mother tongue is also different.
Yeah.
So this is my third or maybe fourth language, like in English.
Uh-huh.
And explaining something that is like written in Sanskrit, converting it in English,
Yeah.
and then explaining it to, everybody
Yeah.
is like taking so many different steps in
Yeah.
between.
But I congratulate you. You have done an amazing job because you were teaching at the U. Was that the only place, or is there any other place you taught as well besides that?
So I taught at Normandale College also,
Also, okay.
community college.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I developed, I developed the complete curriculum for University of Minnesota first.
Okay.
And what I notice is like there are some self-care techniques
Okay.
which could be helpful actually for people who go to the community school or which is more affordable,
Okay.
and it is more like a self learning or for self-help or self-healing
Yeah.
kind of a course. So that's how definitely there is major shift.
How many-
whatever they learn at the University of Minnesota versus in Normandale
I see.
versus what they learn as a yoga student,
Okay.
there are different components
Yeah.
based on like
Different levels.
different levels, right? Exactly.
How many months or years or weeks was the course at the University of Minnesota?
So that is a one semester course,
One
like
semester.
a 16 weeks, and it is also for credit course,
Okay.
like for credit.
Okay. And do you still teach there, or in your introduction you said you teach? So where do you teach now? And you said you're a practitioner. So where do you practice now?
So at the University of Minnesota, I still teach.
Okay.
I also teach at various other yoga studios.
Okay.
And I really, would like to tell you that
Yeah.
it has been a journey, because initially I started teaching in person.
Okay.
And then later on, even at the U, like the things changed. After the COVID,
Oh.
almost like everybody is now doing like online.
Yeah.
But back then, few years ago, there were students who were from, other parts of Minnesota. They wanted to take the course, but they were not able to come in person. And that's how we had to develop everything online.
So hybrid.
So hybrid, right.
Okay.
So that's how, like, there is huge...
So that in itself was a learning.
Right,
How
exactly.
to do.
Yeah. So
Just
every
when you
step,
think, just when you think you're done, there's more to learn.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
Very good.
And actually, all these students, they really inspired me.
Yeah.
I mean, this was my dream as well. But, like, you need to have, some support, as well as, there was a lot of interest by the students, and they wanted to learn Ayurveda in more depth.
Okay.
Because like last few years, as I'm telling, like almost 14-15 years, I have been teaching at different institutes. But there is none of the institutes here in the Midwest which you can go for and become certified in Ayurveda.
Oh.
So those are all like allied courses where you can learn a little bit, but it is not even scratching the surface. Because,
Sure. Yeah, because you did 8.5 years, and here you were teaching a 16-week course, so that can't be certification.
That's right. Absolutely.
The disparity is too much. So yeah, so how did you embark on this certification journey for students?
So that was, through Minnesota Institute of Ayurveda.
Okay.
So I met actually RN, the nurse practitioner,
Okay.
Marsha Meredith, and like I was telling her that this is really my dream, and I'm really interested into having a school here.
Yeah.
And then she was like, yeah, I'm happy to be with you.
Okay.
And that's how we started the school. Almost like 8 years ago.
Okay.
So as soon as my daughter, she started going to college in 2016, I really, started putting all my time, effort, every single thing into building this school.
Wow.
This is like
just
really
for the listener,
all from scratch.
So you were teaching at University of Minnesota, but then you also have now founded with this nurse practitioner an Ayurveda institute. What is the full name?
Minnesota Institute of Ayurveda.
Minnesota Institute of Ayurveda, where people can come and get certified in Ayurveda.
Absolutely.
Wow, what a journey. From someone who came here and people didn't know what Ayurveda is, to fast forward to now giving certifications for that science, for that knowledge. Wonderful. That's very commendable.
Thank you. Thank you so much. But I feel like this is like a pattern that every time you feel like, okay, the things are now stable and things are moving, like in the right direction, and it will just keep, going like an autopilot, but it doesn't.
Yeah, so that's how life is.
Oh my gosh. Like, like in couple years, the person who was with me, that nurse practitioner, she decided to retire.
Okay.
She was doing some administrative work. I was always the main front, like teaching Ayurveda. And that was a huge thing, because now I have to do all the things. So like administration, marketing, right?
Yeah.
Looking at the website, how to develop that. Like, student connection and teaching.
Yeah.
So there are so many hats, you need to wear. And this is a post-secondary career school,
okay,
which is actually licensed off of Minnesota.
Okay.
So there are so many other factors also, right? For a licensed school, you need to make sure that you are following, all those nitty-gritties.
Right. How many weeks of a course is this now as a licensed course?
So there are two different levels. There is Ayurvedic Health counselor.
Okay.
So where the students learn about coaching,
Okay.
Diet lifestyle, which is a 10 months course.
Okay.
It's a part-time course.
Okay.
So we meet one weekend a month.
Mm.
And the other course is called as Ayurvedic practitioner. So that is a level 2.
Okay.
Which is 14 months course.
Okay. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. There's a few places I want to still poke at. So this is a great personal journey. We talked about your father's personal, history and story and how Ayurveda helped him get healed. But in this long journey of a career of 25 years, are there other case studies that stick in your head that you remember as, Ayurveda really made a difference? That's one of my questions. So if you can share a few. And then also my follow-up question, just to plant it out there, is that for those people who are skeptical about Ayurveda, I would like to dig in a little bit into that as well. But first, if you can share a few case studies.
Absolutely. So I have my personal, practice. It's called as Ayu Wellness.
Okay.
Ayurveda for Complete Wellness. It's a holistic center.
Okay.
That is based off of Eden Prairie.
Okay.
And I see like clients day in and out. So throughout the day, I see clients in person. There are some online, appointments as well, where I meet clients all over USA, even Canada. So like this has been like more than 20 years now, and there are so many cases. It's really hard to, point out.
Pick one or two.
Yeah, absolutely. So I really, remember one of the very, very interesting case. So this person had really bad pain, excruciating pain. So she was not able to walk at all. And it just started, like there was no reason. She didn't fall. There was no any history.
No injury, nothing.
No injury, nothing. But the pain was so bad. And she came to me, with her husband's help. So husband has to almost, have her in her hands, and that's how actually she came. And then I started, digging deeper and finding out like more information about it. And she told me that she didn't have bowel movement for 7 days in a row. So really bad constipation. And she tried almost everything on the earth. She had been, taking a lot of medication to reduce the pain. So like heavily medicated, and still the pain was there. So then, like I started, using like herbs and spices. The first thing is actually I did massage for her. So that massage helped her so much, instantly, like coming in and going out. There was a huge difference.
And you could do the massage because as part of your training and license, not anybody can do a massage, right? So you have been trained as an Ayurvedic doctor to know how to do this.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's not just any massage and that anyone can do it.
That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Ayurveda, we use actually many different herbs like herbal oils to do the massage, and there are very specific techniques also. We also use marma points. So marmas are like vital points on the body, which actually really help you to let go of the pain. Pain is just one thing. There are so many traumatic things, and there are emotions which are stagnant in different parts of the body.
Listener may be a little bit more familiar with the terminology of like a acupressure point.
Yeah.
Same. Okay.
That's absolutely right.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's so like in my practice, I use like marma massage. I use different kinds of massage based on like whatever the clients need. So this massage was extremely helpful for her because I really manipulated, all those areas, the points where she was having pain.
Yeah.
And then she was able to go, she was able to walk.
Okay. Oh, so she had come with the help. Now she's able to leave on her own.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then I gave her like herbs and supplements to take home, and also some like dietary like recommendations that she needs to change. And after a few days, she told me that she was feeling much better. And next time when she came, like 7 days not having the bowel movement and having like really, bad digestive discomfort.
Yeah.
Now she was able to have, proper
Regular.
elimination, and the pain was reduced significantly.
Yeah.
And she told me that, her doctor has told her to do like MRI and ultrasound, all those things.
Yeah.
So initially in the her ultrasound, there was nothing. Like they were not, able to find anything.
Okay.
When the MRI was done, in that MRI there was like inflammation deep in her bursa, in the hip joint.
Okay.
So that's how the pain was coming from that point.
Okay.
And there was nothing else, that was helpful than just taking the medication for the pain, as well as they told her that she might need some steroid shots. And that was the thing she wanted to avoid. Like she was not interested into, getting the shots.
Okay.
But ultimately, like she was able to, not take those and just continue with, some dietary changes and some herbs and some oil massages. So she still comes to me, like we meet every month.
Yeah.
Like once a month for check-in to
Yeah.
see how the things are going, if there is anything that, she needs.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful journey, to see her.
I'm sure those are the specific days when you must feel that, yes, this is why I went through all the challenges and education to be able to help and make a difference like this.
Absolutely.
And also you mentioned that for that patient, MRI and other tests were done. So of course, I think I want to point out to the listeners that as an Ayurvedic doctor, there's nothing stopping or against any of those. All those modern techniques are utilized as tools in your analysis and diagnosis, right?
Yes, absolutely, yeah. So, like I like to really do integrative practice.
Yeah.
So, I like to meet the client
Yeah.
where that person is.
Yeah.
So, like I look at all the lab reports, any other reports or any investigations the person has, brought.
Yeah.
And really go into a lot of details. So it takes about like 1.5 to even 2 hours sometimes for the initial to find out and the root cause and interpret whatever information and reports they have got. So there is another case as we are talking, like it just is very interesting case. So this person has hyperthyroid and like Graves' disease. So she came in and she was like, sometimes I just lose consciousness and I faint and I'm super getting weak and fatigued, not able to do even like day-to-day chores. And I'm a single mom with 2 kids. Have to take care of, my kids, my dog, my full-time job. And I am feeling very depressed and anxious about my life. So is there something Ayurveda can do for me? And I have been taking, like Western medicine, but it's not helping me. What can we do? And she is like into perimenopause, around like 40s. So definitely there is some, hormonal
Changes,
shift that is also happening. So, after going through all her history, I started like, changing some of her dietary things. And definitely I use like beautiful herbs and supplements, which helped her immensely. Within literally a month, the thing shifted. She said next time when she came that she didn't have even one episode of feeling fainted or unconsciousness or like feeling really fatigued. So like full of energy.
Yeah.
And she talked to her doctor and, she might start reducing whatever, other medication she's taking.
Yeah.
Because, at first, like she really wanted to find something where she can use natural and, try not to use something like more chemicals as much as possible.
Yeah, so it worked for her. We're coming to a close, so I want to go back to one question that I had planted, that for the people who are skeptics about this science, or like with any form of medicine, there are cases when it doesn't work. So I'm sure it has to be true for Ayurveda also. I cannot imagine that it's a Swiss Army knife, that it works always. Are there some instances where it didn't work, or even though it didn't work, but you would like to say something to the skeptics that consider it, give it a try? Any message in that regard, where the case is not the happiest, but there's some challenges and it still did some benefit? It may not have had, the success story of the two case studies that you shared, but something still.
Right, absolutely. So I remember like there is one of the cases related to psoriasis, like a skin disease, and it was a very chronic case. So when this person came to me, she really wanted to like use Ayurveda, to heal, but also quite skeptical about the herbs and the spices, and she was more into like external, like I am ready to use put something on my skin, but I don't feel comfortable taking anything in. And I was like, there are so many beautiful spices, and sometimes what happens, people do not know the spices and their healing effects, also the herbs and their healing effects, and that's how when you don't know, you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. So because if and I'm reading ahead, that if only one form of treatment was done and internal wasn't, then perhaps the treatment is not complete.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Because again, like everything really starts from the gut, and if you see like there is so much skin problem for so many years. She was having almost 20 years of this chronic health issue. She tried like so many different forms of medicines. So if you come with so many health issues, which those issues are sprouting from your gut, you need to take something in also.
Yeah. So if I can summarize, and please correct me, I'm based on what I just learned while we were talking. So in Ayurveda seems like the very basic beginner level form of incorporating is, the food and the diet and the spices. You mentioned that it's a very preventive medicine. So, take care of it ahead of time, and lifestyle, I think, has that big part.
Absolutely.
And then after that, if something is a little bit more needy, then comes the supplements, looks like. And then after that, if some more attention is needed, then with the massage and some of the therapies that we did not get into this conversation, the panchakarma and various others, looks like those are the medicinal aspects of treatment.
Very, very true. Yeah.
Well,
like
all right.
cleansing.
Are there any last thoughts you would like to say, both to those who believe in this science and would like to treat themselves through it, and also to those who don't believe in it, but are invited to try? What would you have some parting thoughts or anything you would like to share?
Absolutely. I feel like even if you can just try one thing at a time, and then give enough time for you to feel that, that is wonderful beginning. And listen to the cues. The body always tells you that something is going wrong. If you feel that, pay attention to that. And take steps. If you can take even before, like proactive, that's the best. If not, at least like listen to your body, and try to use all the systems which are available out there. Certainly like Ayurveda could be one of those, because it is all about like energy healing, and we are like all energy beings. So instead of feeling like uncomfortable or not ready for it, just try one thing at a time, and then see it might be a magic for you.
Yeah. And that ginger lemon tea that we talked about, even without calling it Ayurveda, everybody uses it. It just doesn't have the label of Ayurveda.
Absolutely. Very, very true.
So thank you for coming in and sharing your story. For me, definitely, it's a story of persistence from, being there in India and then coming here and not knowing what Ayurveda is for people, and now you're teaching and practicing. So definitely persistence, following your passion. You had the clarity, you had the family support, and of course your hard work. So Thank you for sharing and keep on doing the good work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. There are a lot of dreams still, I hope. I started taking the students for India immersion. So the student can actually learn, like the root, because India, like Ayurveda is rooted in India.
Right. Like a cultural immersion the students do at the University of Minnesota.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, there are so many things to do. I feel like the life is not enough.
Yes. Well, we want you to keep dreaming and keep making it happen. And all the best from us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.